Hello. Oh my God. This is gonna be this is great. All right. So today I'm gonna host a body paint lecture, especially especially for beginners. So it's an introduction for body paint. Let me see where I should stand. Here. Yeah. And my name is Cheka Diaz. I am a cosplayer. I have been cosplaying for around 15 years now, and as my friends say, I love being green. It's a vibe. So you can find me on Instagram or Facebook, Zombie Kitty Arts. Let me. Yes. And I love body paint. Here we have a few characters that I've cosplayed with body paint. This one is Greta Gremlin from the second Gremlins movie, where they have like the one girl gremlin. That was so fun. And here is like a gender bend Grinch from, Grinch Who Stole Christmas. And here we have Hera from Star Wars, the one who's holding a gun. It's from Star Wars Rebels. Up there is my interpretation of Bride of Frankenstein. It's based on like really popular pop art. And then finally, the pink character, the only pink character I cosplay so far, is Persephone from this amazing webtoon that like recently became a proper comic book, like a physical comic book called Lore Olympus. And I made majority of these cosplays, and I love reusing materials. So example, the pink one, what I'm wearing is my prom dress from high school. That still fits me. That's crazy. And I want to reuse something that I've worn once. So I really encourage cosplayers to buy secondhand and reuse the stuff that you have at home, because we want to think about the environment and also your economy. So, yeah. So to start up with the body paint, there are different types of body paint, mainly water-based, alcohol-based, and oil-based. Water-based, it says by its name, you activate the body paint with water. And today I brought some samples of different body paints so I can like show you guys live. And this brand is called Snazaru, and it's pretty affordable. You can get it online or like our local store called Buttericks. That's a party store. And you activate it with water. I would recommend you to have like a spray bottle with just water, and then, that was the cover. And then you just spray on this, like, and I would recommend a beauty blender, because you can get them pretty cheap and in bulk from different stores. And you want to have this moist, such a weird word, but you want to put it under a tap, squeeze it, and it's moist. And then you also have water here. You dab, and you want the consistency to be a little bit more like creamier. And that's when you can get a good coverage. And the pros with water-based is that it's really easy to remove, and it's easy to use. It's a good beginner type of body paint, and it's also budget-friendly. So the water-based, I feel, are the cheapest ones in comparison to the alcohol-based and oil-based. But of course, as everything, it has different cons. One is that it's not sweat or waterproof. So if you guys like to go to summer conventions like NARCon or KodachiCon, I would not recommend water-based body paint there, because especially at NARCon, I don't know, it feels like a little bit of a curse. I love NARCon, but that's like a heat wave, and that's why it's fun to do more summer-friendly, heat-friendly cosplay. So I do not recommend body paint at a really warm outside summer con. So it will run if you use water-based. And that's why you have other options where they are more durable with heat. Then the second con, I feel like it's hard to find the right texture, because this is really trial and error. So I really recommend y'all to like do a makeup test at home if you're gonna do like a body paint cosplay for a con, and then find the right texture that works for you and your skin type. I will come to the skin type real soon. And then the next one is that it's common for everyone, all the different types, is that may not be suitable for your skin. So you, as I said, you need to find a body paint type that works for you. Example, I have really, really sensitive and dry skin, and even though I try to skin prep as much as I can, body paint that is water-based, it doesn't really work so good on me. So I avoid them. But example, my fiance, he loves water-based paint, and they work really well on him. So it's all about different skin types. And the next one is alcohol-based, and this is the most expensive of the three that I have presented. And here it's activated by alcohol, and the con is, when I say activated by alcohol, you need to buy really specific type of like alcohol, like the liquid, to work with alcohol-based. And I feel like it's hard to get. You can't just go to whatever drugstore and just buy the alcohol that works for this type of body paint. So, and it's not beginner friendly. I feel like you need to have some sort of experience, a few years, like just experience with body paint to use it. But let's talk about the pros, is that it's sweat proof. So this is the type that they usually use at like Broadway or like in production for movies and stuff, and it looks really realistic, and that's like the best part about it, especially if you're doing small details like veins and stuff, because I know they use alcohol-based paint, example for Vampire Diaries, because they want the veins to look like it's coming like from underneath the skin, and when you apply alcohol-based, you can apply it in layers, and it looks like it's part of like the different layers of your skin, which is very cool. And then it's long lasting. So you can have it all day and it will stay there. And I'm pretty sure, I haven't tried it yet, you can work with it in water, like it will stay there. The cons are, as I said before, it needs a specific alcohol, and it is the 99% isopropyl alcohol, and it's hard to find. And the coverage, I wouldn't recommend alcohol-based paint all over you. It's mostly meant for like smaller details, like I said, veins or like any type of wounds and stuff, or if you want to cover and make it look like bruises, example, that's pretty good for that. And you need to have a specific remover for it, and that's the alcohol, for a remover for alcohol body paint. And as mentioned first, it is expensive. So you have that one. And then we have the oil-based body paint, which is my favorite category or type of body paint. And you can use it directly with a brush. Like, it feels greasy. It is called grease paint too, for that reason. But it's so easy to apply, and it would just, especially like me, if you're dark-skinned, this is perfect, because I feel like if you buy quality oil-based body paint, 2 layers, not even that sometimes, like 1.5 layers is like enough to cover like dark skin, and I really appreciate that. And it's also sweat proof, and it blends really well. So if you have 2 different colors and you want to do like, example, if you want to do like a rainbow effect all over your face, I really recommend like get rainbow colors in oil-based paint, and then just do the face. It's so great. And then you can layer it too. So example, if you want to do like a sky on your face, and then you want to do like stars on top of it, you can use like a white body paint on top, and it will be just fine. The cons of oil-based paint is that it is hard to remove. So I will show you like different techniques that you can use to remove later, but you have to use oil-based remover, and they usually come like in a tub like this. And you want to buy this because it will help you so much, especially if you realistically, you go to a con, you put your body paint on, and then you have to go home. Either you could go like, do me like me, just go take the train or public transport, like super green, like, who cares? But if you want to not do that, you have to, I would really recommend to get a oil-based like body paint remover. And then I would recommend you to use like wet wipes. You take your like whatever brand wet wipes that are makeup remover wipes. You take the makeup remover wipe, you dip it into the remover, and then you rub it on all over. And the remover, it's like it has a weird texture. It feels something between like a soft wax and a cream, like a lotion. But it works really well for me because I have really dry skin. When I remove the paint, my skin doesn't feel super dry, which it does when I use water-based paint. So you gotta try out what works for you. So if you have never worked with body paint, I would really suggest you to buy like one oil-based and one water-based, and then do like a patch test, as we say, to see what works for you. I will get to that soon. But yeah, and another con is with oil-based is that you need to set it properly. So you need a lot of powder, like setting powder, something like this. You can use regular setting powder that you use for makeup, or they also have special effects setting powder that's amazing. And also we have setting spray, and I would recommend a setting spray that is meant for body paint, but a really good regular makeup setting spray would be just fine. But you have to like set your face several times. I would recommend it like you have a layer of body paint, and then you put one layer of powder, and another layer, and another layer, and spray, and another layer of spray. So in that sense, it's a little tedious, but it will be there all day. So here are different brands of body paint that you can access from Sweden, because I wanted to curate for our audience. Water-based, Spiegel. I think I have one here. This one you can get at Panduro Hobby. And this one, Stasaru also. Sometimes Panduro sells that. But this one, Spiegel, you can get it. And sometimes, I think it's Halloween time, they have like, I have this. Yeah, it's buy three of these for the price of two. So keep a lookout for when they have sales and stuff. And Stasaru, you can get it from Partykungen, Partyhallen, different like butiks also. And then we have online, Meheron Paradise Aqua, Meheron Fantasy Special Effects Makeup, and Meheron Liquid Makeup. Liquid makeup I would recommend really much. It looks like it comes in a little bottle like this, and you apply it like lotion. So it's really good if you want to cover like larger areas like your arms and your legs. That one you can mix with your regular body lotion, and you can just apply, and it gives a really beautiful smooth finish. So I recommend that because it's also easy to remove. So it's very con friendly. Next one is brands that are both oil and water based. Krylon, Krylon Aquacolor, Krylon Supercolor. Aquacolor is their water based, and Supercolor is their oil based. I have Supercolor with me today. Looks like this, and they have all the shades, so it's really good. This is my favorite brand like ever. I went to the Krylon shop when I was like traveling in London, and they have their own store. First floor is regular makeup, second floor is like body paint and stuff. Amazing. I just bought so much because I really wanted to, and I recommend Krylon. And then we have Grimace and Meheron that are both water and oil based, which I would also recommend. And then we have oil based, just oil based, is Meheron's Cream Blend Stick. They sell this at helsinglight.se. If you Google just Helsinglight, you will find it's a special effects store in Sweden. And they have a great variation of many things, like everything from body paint to like vampire teeth and ears that are either plastic or even like silicone pieces or prosthetics. So I recommend them. And you can buy a cream blend stick. They have many different colors there. And this one It's like, it looks like a big, I think it looks like a glue stick. You like, it's like, you turn it and it comes out and you just put it all over and you use a beauty blender and you can blend it out and it gives a really nice finish. Then you have creamless cream makeup, same type as the super color, but I feel like creamless isn't as good quality as Krylon, but it is much cheaper, so budget friendly, and I feel you can definitely use it. Just it requires like maybe 3 layers instead of just 1 layer. So everything has like an up and down. And really important is primer and setting. So primer is what you do before you start anything. So you have to prime your face, and you can use your regular makeup primer. And I also recommend the Krylon Ultra Under Base. It's really good. You can use both of these, like example e.l.f. or Krylon Under Base for your regular makeup too. And setting spray, I recommend Krylon's setting vaporize. It looks like a big, like, hairspray can, and it's really, really good. And I also recommend baby powder as a setting powder because it works very well if you have a budget, and if you don't want to spend a lot of money. So just your regular baby powder from pharmacy works great. And then there's a body paint foundation that is really cool called Sunset Makeup. The only thing is they're based in the US and the actual product isn't expensive, but the shipping and the customs will get you. It is expensive. So if you do buy the foundation that is different colors, I recommend you to do it as a group so that you all buy things and then you can split the cost of the customs and shipping. And I have, let me see, that one. I have the foundations in different color and they are so good. But for me, it was like an investment. So I paid a high customs, but it was really worth it. But if you're in the US, go get these. I really recommend it. And we talked about where to buy different body paints. I mentioned Helsinglight, Mask Specialisten online store. I believe they have a store, like an actual venue in Stockholm. We have Panduro, Krylon.com, and Meheron and L from the Netherlands, which they ship to, which is their like European distributor. We have some supplies for beginners, and I recommend you can go to like dollar store and normal. You can get brushes of different sizes, makeup sponges of different sizes, and beauty blenders. And I would really recommend to buy a really good makeup, like eyeshadow palette that has many different colors. So you can use the one eyeshadow palette to contour and do eyeshadow and like to do shadows on your face. So you're thinking about your budget, so you don't have to buy like several different eyeshadow palettes for that. And then as I talked, setting spray and setting powder. And for removal, alcohol-based for alcohol makeup, or like oil-based remover like Krylon. And then you should really look into like a skincare routine. So speaking of skincare routine, this is how you find like your skin type. I recommend you just wash your face and just leave it for like 10 minutes and then feel how it feels. If you think it feels dry or if it feels oily, then you can find out. I also recommend to go to like a makeup store or like example beauty store like Body Shop or Rituals, and they can help you to find what kind of skin that you have. So I would say there will be 3 main types of skin: oily skin, dry skin, or combination. In the combination skin, people have like, it's pretty dry around your face, and then you have this T-zone that is your nose, and your forehead where that area gets oily. So you can figure out what type and then use the type of body paint accordingly. And here I would say skin prep before body paint is really, really important. So what I would say is that you wash your face like you usually do. I really recommend to have like a good lotion and put it on. And then you do your lenses if your character has lenses. And then you do wig caps, so all your hair is away. If you're gonna wear a wig, or if you're gonna use your natural hair, put it up like in a ponytail so it's away. And then you have first primer, and then you do your layers, then you do your setting powder, like I said multiple times, and then you contour and you do like your beauty makeup if you need that, but I really recommend contouring your face, and then you go around with setting spray after. So I have a tip if you're gonna have body paint with lace front wigs, where if there is a parting in your lace front, like I have when I cosplayed Miss Martian here, I painted the parting of my lace front so it looks like the scalp is also green. And I feel like a lot of people miss that small detail because it's a small detail. But if you're competing, especially think about the small details because that's what gives you points, speaking as a judge. So you can color it like, I would recommend to use water-based because then it just goes away when you wash your wig with shampoo and conditioner. So think about that when you cosplay with a wig or especially a lace front. So here we have the steps for body paint makeup, and I'm just gonna double check. How much time do I have? I have 5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys real fast how I do prepping and how I do my body paint. So I'm gonna take like one area of my face, just maybe here, and show you how I do everything in this. So first, I'm gonna take my hair and I'm gonna take it away from my face. There we go. And so the first product that you would use is, now I have makeup on already, but I will tell you what I have. I have primer, and I use this one. It's the cheap brand. I bought it from Normal, and it's supposed to be a dupe of the e.l.f. primer, grip primer, and it's really good. It like things get stuck to it, so very good. So you take your primer and then put a little on your face, and you take your brushes, which I have a lot of different brushes for different purposes. So this one is a good foundation brush. You just apply it like so. Now that you have prime. And then I should just wait and make it feel it if it's tacky enough. And then take like your body paint. I think I'm gonna use this green, or let me just find, I took so many different greens. I think I will use this green. And I have a brush set because I cosplay so many like green characters. I have a brush set that is green. So let me open it. So I have my green brushes. It doesn't matter how many times I wash them, they stained. So I would recommend you to have like separate brushes for your body paint, especially if it's like super bright, like the green one. So what I do, this is oil based. If I didn't mention, this is the Super Color Krylon. And you take your brush, you dab it, and then you mirror, and then this is so good, look. That's one layer. This is what I mean. I love Krylon. And you dab, 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 dab. Like so. So imagine you're doing this without any like beauty makeup. I'm just showing you. And we have like a time limit. So you do like this, and then you get your layer in. You want to do another layer if you want to have it even brighter. like so. And imagine this, but all over, okay? You go on, and then if you feel like it's hard to get into like small creases, then you use a smaller brush, or that's why I like beauty blenders. You can use this flat side, lots of beauty blenders have that, and then get in there in the crease. Now that it's done, you're gonna take your setting powder, and you're gonna take your fluffy brush, like a big fluffy brush. Oh, there's already powder in that. Like this, and dip it in there. Let's see. I'm just gonna close it so it doesn't just have a lot of powder, so it doesn't get everywhere. There you go. Okay, dip it in. You want to do like this so the excess is off, comes off, and then dab, 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 dab. You want to do this several times. So this is the first layer of setting powder. Go. And here, I put your brush in there and then dab. And then next layer. And you see you get setting powder everywhere, but you can just wipe it off. Then another one. And you can feel it. Okay, if I do like this, nothing on my finger. So good, it's set. And that's a good way of finding out. It feels dry, so because when you have your oil base, it's oily. I mean, it's given. So when you touch it, then it's dry, good. And then you're supposed to contour your face. So you take your favorite contour, and I think, oh, I'm missing my palette. One second. Let me get it. I forgot my makeup palette, but I will show you with what I have. So you take a darker color for your green, and then you take an angle brush. Let me find my angle brush. That. Let's see. This one. Now I'm gonna contour this with brown, just to show you how it will look, like that. Do you see? And you get a contour. So you can contour with the colors that you like, but if you want to have like a green face, it should be like a dark green contour. But I just want to show you guys how to do it. So it's that way, and you contour your face the way you would if you wear like regular makeup, like that. And then take your highlighter if you like, and then do a little highlight. Let's take a green highlighter because that's fun. And then put your highlighter. See what I mean? And then when that is done, and then you've done your whole face, you do your beauty makeup, as in your eye makeup, on top, and then you go in with your setting spray, and then you spray it. I hope it was clear. Was that clear? Yes, perfect. So imagine this, but all over. And I think it's time for me to conclude the body paint introduction. So thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, just DM me on Instagram. I am so happy to help you guys out. It's at Zombie Kitty Arts. And just let me know if you need any help. Thank you so much for joining. Bye.